Hey there, folks. I'm Joe Crawford of artlung.com. Pretty much every day I go to CSSBattle.dev, do the daily target. That's what I'm about to do right now. All right. This is absolutely in the category of two conic gradients. Let's do the nested. Actually, we don't need the nested template. We're just going to do the ampersand. Okay, so what are the two conic gradients? And why am I so confident of that? All right, so so what I'll do is I'm going to do this dash. That'll be the last 25% of the conic gradient. So the conic gradient will be this to start with. Okay, so let's do it. Conic gradient. And I'm going to add a no repeat. No repeat creates a discipline for me because otherwise I get myself into trouble and forget that I'm trying to make a very distinct thing. So I think this is 10 pixels over and 40 pixels down. And then it's got a width and a height. Width is maybe 60 pixels. Height is maybe 200 pixels. So that's what we have now. Okay, so we need to push it down a little bit more. So that's 50. That's correct. The width needs to be more. 80. That's correct. And 200 is correct. So now we need the center of that at. So what's the at? The at is 40 pixels, 20 pixels, maybe? No, that's not right. How about 50? How about 60? And then make this 30, and we got a deal. Oh, and then we're too tall. We need to be 170. Okay, now I'm going to let it repeat, and let's see where we stand. Boom. That's great. So that's the first, and then the second one is these bars. Conic gradient again, comma. The at of this one is at 40 pixels, and then I think we can do 66% probably, and we're going to do transparent 75%, and then this bar of 0. All right, so that's too wide, I think. Need to be 30. And then we need to move it over 40 pixels. Let's move it over more. 40, 50, 60. So if that single number is our background position X, 90, 100, 110. Nope, we want 105. And then we need to push it down 20 pixels. And so that 66 is too much. How about 50%? And then we push it down even more, 4 or 5. How about 60%? That looks fine. Now we do want this to repeat. We need this to be 100 pixels wide, something. So that's not wide enough. How about 200 pixels wide? That's too wide. 170, 160. There it is. We'll take that. We'll take that every time. Let's submit, make sure we're at 100% match. Two very specific kind of gradients. Do we need sizes on both? Yes. Yes, we do. We need heights. We need widths on both. Minify, unit replace, snip off the final brace. And that's it. Once again, the plugins that I use are on GitHub, and they're always linked from every video that I do of me recording these daily targets. And that's it. Are there better ways to do this? Yeah, probably so. Probably some really interesting ways to do it. This becomes an obvious one for a dashed, potentially a dashed border. Dash borders just don't interest me very much, partly because I use Safari, and Safari renders things a little bit differently than Chrome. the back end is Chromium, so Chrome would be the more logical way to do it. But I also do these because I would like to write code that's portable across browsers. That's one of my goals. That's kind of against the goal of code golf, which is what CSS Battle is. But the daily targets, they don't count toward global rank, and so that's cool. I do them how I want to do them. If you want to do them the way you do them, yes, do that. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you're doing well. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Go make a web page. I'll see you around. Bye.